morning all. Part 1 and first morning of the road trip. Here I'm at Laxey Station. I'm heading north, uncharted waters for me. Heading to a place called Nakhon Nayok this evening. All will be unveiled later, but it involves football tomorrow in the FA Cup, you won't be shocked to hear. Now Laxey, as you can see, is a veritable building site. Upstairs is the SRT line to Rangsit. They're building all sorts. There's another sky train coming the other way that will cross here. All in all, a bit of a mess at the moment. It'll all improve. And I managed to locate a minivan in Minbury to bring me here. Said, oh, Laxey, try, get on. Only when we got near Laxey, you see the bridge ahead, well, they carried on over there, about 300 metres up the road. The traffic was heavy, and it meant me, as you can hear, I'm a bit out of puff, so I've had to run back the last bit. Here's my train coming now, you can see the lights in the distance. This train will go all the way to Chiang Mai. Now it'll be interesting to see what the carriages are like, because it's quite expensive this ride compared to others, because it's the special express train, so it'll be interesting to see what the facilities are like on board. But yeah, an interesting start to the morning. That's my fitness done for the day, but there'll be lots more walking at the other end. So here we are, Nakhon Nayok. Nice train journey. Served a meal on board I didn't know about. Managed to spill a lot of it on my cream coloured trousers, that should be interesting later. Yeah, good service, really nice. Lots of smiles, as you can imagine, people wondering what on earth he's doing getting off here. Now then, it's a 90-minute walk into town to my hotel, so let's see what the public transport's like. Right, well, I've got into the centre of Nakhon Nayok, and what you're looking at there, we're 160 miles north of Bangkok, by the way. What you're looking at there is where two rivers join. The one on the left is the river Nan, while the one to the right, some of you'll have seen a lot further upstream at Chiang Mai, that's the river Ping. And where those two rivers meet is the start of the Chao Phraya, which goes all the way down to Bangkok. So it's quite an important bit of water in that regard. Looks like there's a temple across the way there, or a little fun fair of some kind. That looks like some kind of seafood monument. Yeah, Nakhon Nayok. So far, lovely friendly people, the hotel. It looks like a typical provincial Thai town built on a river. I'm going to see what I can find, have a good walk around. I was on an online talking to a local who said, what on earth are you doing coming here? There's nothing of interest. Well, might be right, might be wrong. We'll see. But if there is anything of interest, I'm sure I'll find it. Yeah, one of the most asked questions. How do you find everywhere? And how don't you get lost? Well, partly down to preparation. I mean, there's such things as Google Maps and the internet. So many different Facebook groups, ask on there. But like today, great for instance, I got the train to Nakhon Nayok, as you saw. The train station is quite a long way out, 90-minute walk to where I was staying. And no footpaths on part of the way, but there was one of the song towers, you know, a little open minibus like we get in Minbury. And it's obvious it's going to go towards the centre. Can't go anywhere else really. One or two of the locals got on. So I got on board, just followed on Google Maps. As it happened, it went virtually to my hotel. But if it had taken a left instead of a right when it got over the river bridge, I'd have jumped off and walked. Or waited for another one going the right way. It's all part of the adventure. You're going to have a couple of wrong turns. But as long as you've got time, just get on with it. It's part of it. It's a good laugh. If you go wrong, just have a giggle. Don't get... I know some of you'll spit your tea out or your beer or whatever you're drinking at this point when I say don't get flustered. You know, it's great from me, I know, but when I'm travelling I don't. Because it's part, like I say, it's part of the fun. Get out there and try it. You know, just go somewhere even in your own country. Set off for a day and see what happens. It adds to it. Right, I've had a lovely walk along the river, come inside the city where I knew that there was this beautiful lake, Nong Chai Kru. It goes on same size under the other side of the bridge. There's an island in the middle, as you can see, big expansive lake, somewhere there where they hold events and get crowds in. And up on the hill there, I'm not sure if you can see it, I'll go in, observation deck, there's a temple and then there's a giant Buddha. Now I did try and go up there. I asked the tuk-tuk driver how much he wanted, 200 baht. I was probably being tight, I should have said yes, but I don't know, I might do it yet. I'll see what happens when I finish walking round here. But yeah, it's a typical provincial city really. It's got a river. It's got a market, it's got several bars, restaurants, it's got a big park, and it's got oodles of lovely people. So glad I came. I'd certainly return. There's no football club here at the moment. COVID put pay to a lot of clubs folding for a while, and I think that Nakhon Nayok's one of them. But I won't hesitate to come back and watch a game up here. Nice train ride, somewhere different. Hello, I hope this comes through alright because it's quite loud in here. Here I am in a place called Analog Bar, Nakhon Nayok. Tuesday night I battled the rain and it was a biblical storm. It really was. I wondered what was waking me up during my siesta. The band are having a break here at the moment. I walked round, braved the weather. I've got a waterproof that's a tip from Tracy Newby. I hope Tracy and Sean are alright by the way in Melbourne. Buy a cheap waterproof disposable jacket. Put it on tonight, got all the way around here, went to a bar first, went to the wrong venue because it was raining that hard and everything's written in Thai. But lovely people, had a beer there. Past a place called Room next door, Room A, sorry. That looks good. This is all by the north side of the lake in Nakhon Nayok. Looks like the place to be. People have been brilliant all day, lots of smiles, lovely. Saw me taking photos, shouted out hello, so I went to sit with these ladies, bought a coke. They just want to talk to you, they want to know why you're here. It's lovely to be made a fuss of, I don't care who you are. The rain's fortunately stopped, so getting home should be easier, even though it is a 20-minute walk. We'll see how we go. But yeah, I'll certainly return here, especially if there's some sport to watch. People are smashing, prices are excellent, and it broadens your mind. All the things I love in life. Right, so the end of Tuesday. I'm not sure how clear this will come out. Possibly not very clear at all because basically I'm by the lake and it's getting on towards midnight. I've had a wonderful evening. The people could not have been kinder. The staff in the two places I went to, outstanding. The price is excellent. 90 baht a large beer with live entertainment on, so that works out getting on for less than £2 a beer for a large beer, which is about a pint. So all good, all good. Yeah, the rain subsided. There's still big clouds hanging overhead. They won't be picked up, so I'm not going to hang around. But yeah, Nakhon Nayok, it's one of those towns. I'm sure there's hundreds like them around Thailand, and that's the beauty of it. Now, a lot of people who go wandering around say, oh, they're all the same, you know, what are you getting out of that? Just seeing people smile and being treated well means the world. And you just never know what you're going to see. I mean, just looking out in the lake at the moment, I see the ripples. I'm always a little bit reticent about what's going to come out of them ripples, I must admit, wherever I am. So yeah, a brilliant evening. Like I say, I'm sorry. I hope this video shows it in its true colours as I'm looking at it, because it is a pretty sight. Even in the dark, you know, the reflections of the city in the background and everything. So yeah, Nakhon Nayok's been good. We'll see how we rock up in the morning, because there's a bus ride ahead. Blimey, there's more add-ons than a Ryanair flight. But I've walked around the park over the road, around the track, to go to the exit. I've obviously gone in through a main gate that was still open. By the time I got to my exit, it was locked up. I managed to rattle on the window of a gate post, and this local guy's come out, and I don't know who's more surprised, him at being woken up and seeing a phalang, or me actually being able to get out, but he unlocked the gate for me. So another sign that's Thailand. Beautiful, beautiful. The madness of having a few beers and not knowing quite what's going to happen next. I thoroughly recommend it. Let your inhibitions go, folks. Have fun. Good morning, day 2. And here I am at Nakhon Nayok bus terminal. I'm going on a bus ride at 10 o'clock. So it means I've got about 20 minutes to wait. It's costing me all of 32 baht to go to Uthai Thani, an hour and a half ride. Now I've come up here, it's hard to describe the vehicle that I got. It cost me 80 baht. And basically it's a motorbike with pretend it's a sidecar, only the sidecar's at the back of the bike, pulling me along. And we went round the lake where I went last night. Looks a lot prettier this morning, now it's drying out and in the daylight. And the north side of the lake is obviously where it's going on. There's lots of stalls this morning, all selling stuff. Food and drink and little market stands. And there was also some other bars that I didn't discover last night. It's certainly the place to be, and where I'll head 10 minutes to hotel-wise if I come again. I've got to come back here tomorrow because my train goes back to Laxi. So that'll be interesting in itself, trying to negotiate with these tuk-tuk gentlemen the price to get back to the railway station. But yeah, great start to the day. Heavenly city it means, Nakhon Nayok. And while it hasn't been 100% heaven, it's been really good. I've enjoyed every second. And hello from Uthai Thani. Uthai Thani, should I say. Depends on pronunciation. And here I am by the river. The river is, let me just get my notes out, the Sakai Krang. It's a few kilometres upstream before it flows into the Chao Phraya that we saw earlier in Nakhon Nayok. And early impressions. Well, it's a much smaller town than Nakhon Nayok, which has a population of around 80,000. Here it's around 17. But I think it's going to be a bit of a theme when I visit provincial towns around Thailand. Namely, people are really curious. Don't see too many tourists. They're friendly. The towns all have little markets, the usual shops. I don't think there's a shopping mall here. There was a couple I discovered up the road at its big brother where I stayed last night. A lot of purple painted here, and there's a massive theme of elephants. Now I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to zoom in. The top of each lampstand has an elephant holding the lamp. How cute is that? There's a roundabout further up the road, see if I can get that in. Right at the end of that tree in the middle of the road. Big elephant statues all around that. My hotel tonight, brilliant room, 650 baht, which is going on for 15 quid I reckon. Maybe just a bit more, but it's beautiful. I wouldn't like to think how much you'd pay in major cities elsewhere around the world. And the staff, I was a bit early, and the young lady non-stop smiling and chattering away. I tried to explain I couldn't speak much Thai, but didn't deter her. We used Google Translate in the end. She couldn't believe that I'm going to walk, and I'll do the filming up there. There's a big hill where I'm going to go up a temple, and she was like, well, where's your motorbike or tuk-tuk driver? And I told her I was going to walk. She was just, wow. Anyway, we'll see what else it brings. There's a threat of rain in the air once again. I hope it doesn't drop, because tonight's football I might struggle for a ticket under cover. But if it rains, it rains. I'll get wet. Alright, let's see what else I can find around town. Yeah, it sure is. Time for temple. See you at the top. And yes, I've done it. I've reached the top. I'm a bit out of puff. Let's see what's round the corner. It looks stunning. So here I am. What Sangat Ratanakari. A bit of a mouthful. Now I'm filming from a bit of a distance. I came up the steps. No checks or anything for admission. You come up from this side, the other side, and there's people checking, taking your temperature, wanting this, that and the other. I know it's for good and everything, but why don't they have it both sides? Perhaps I think if you can walk up those steps, then you're fit enough. Or masochists they don't worry about. Anyway, absolutely stunning. It's the same at the other side. I'll show you a bit of the city view when I go across there. Yeah, long walk, a bit busier than usual, because it's a bank holiday, it's a Buddhist holiday. And yeah, Uthai Thani, sorry, really nice, really nice. It's not a bouncing town, it's quiet, it's a relaxed pace, but the people are nice. Would you be bored living here? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it depends what you like, isn't it? Do you like the slow standard of living? I'll see what tonight brings. I mean, there might not be any alcohol in the bars, but either way, I'll go out and have a meal and see. Stunning meal, by the way, down by the riverside, the Pad Kapal. 60 baht, well worth it. Walked it off on the hill. Yeah, great stuff. There you go. Uthai Thani from the other side, towards the town. You see the river over there? The main road in. Yeah, it's high up, folks. It's a good walk. So it's football time. By the local side, Uthai Thani, who've already beaten top division Mongtong United in the last round. Hope to see off another top flight team, Nakhon Nayok. Vibrant atmosphere, as you can hear. Glad I made the effort. it's full time here at Uthai Thani, no shock. An Englishman called Charlie Clough, got the only goal for Nakhon Nayok. But what a night, what an atmosphere. Both teams now getting the applause from the fans. What a lovely place. 6 foot locals, but they don't seem to be too downhearted. What a great night. What football's all about. Yeah, come away from the football. The town seems to be pretty quiet. It is Buddha Day, a Buddha holiday, so the bar opposite the ground that looked the pub that looked really promising opposite the ground closed, and there don't seem to be much happening at all. I don't know if this comes out alright. Bright lights up ahead, they're up on the hill, up on the mountain, keep changing colour, up by the temple. I'm going to have a look round town. If not, it might be 7-Eleven, coffee and bed. Very, very early. Well, as I suspected, it was hard work trying to find anywhere that was open. There was one place in the bus station. There was a guy outside watching the Thailand under-21 football with a beer. And he said, sit down. But the lady wasn't having it. She didn't want to serve to foreigners, which is understandable. She can get into bother. So I walked back round the corner, and on my way to the match tonight there was a group hanging around a shop on motorbikes, and they were there again. So I waved and said hello. We ended up sitting outside the shop that looks as though it's owned by a bloke and his missus, a beauty product shop. They live above it, and then there was some shop round the corner, so we ended up having a couple of cans of beer each and chatting away and learning about each other. They know all about Scarborough now, and I've learnt a little bit more about Uthai Thani, and it is a lovely place. It's sleepy, but the people are lovely. KFC over the road, there's a couple outside. It looks as though it's the religious holiday that's put pay to any nightlife tonight, no doubt about that. There is a great bar opposite the stadium that they were saying, yeah, really good, but closed, not allowed to sell alcohol because of Buddha Day. Not to worry, not to worry. I've enjoyed it. I'm not sure if I'll come back, purely and simply because it might be one of those once done that there's so many other places to see. But I wouldn't write it off either, because it is a nice place with nice people and other nice towns. Something I've learnt as well, looking at tourist maps, there's lots of waterfalls, mountainous regions, and a couple of tremendous wildlife reserves. So you probably want to do if you've got your own transport rather than relying on public transport, or get a tour company. But yeah, all in all, really nice. So that'll be it now. I'll be at home to my hotel unless I hear some loud music and somebody beckoning me in. I'll be turning in before 10 o'clock. So, Uthai Thani, brilliant, really enjoyed. But now there's a twist in the tale, as there often is on back tours. You know what I said about sometimes it goes wrong? Well, I've turned up at the bus station and there isn't one until 11:30. I'd have missed my train at Nakhon Nayok. So I don't return to Nakhon Nayok. Ta-da! Bus straight to Mochit. I was told there wasn't buses straight to Uthai Thani, but I wouldn't have gone to Nakhon Nayok. So it's all good, it's all good. 185 baht has taken me all the way home. Well, to Mochit anyway, in Bangkok. Yeah, so that's about it really. What a great story though. 2.5 days away. Recommend it. I'm looking up already to do another one. If you've enjoyed it, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel. Tell your friends, And if you want to know anything or ask any questions, fire away. I'll do my very best to help you. So it's Sawadee Kap to Uthai Thani. Yeah, this wasn't taken in Nakhon Nayok, but this is what the rain was like the other night. And I got to the pub. Yeah, I still got to the pub. Oh crikey, I've just got off the bus here in Mindry.